Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your hostess, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So this clip, but with a conversation between TK Kirkland and Rachel Lindsay. Now, for those of you who don't know who Rachel Lindsay is, I did a video on her a while back. This is the black lady who went on some type of dating show. I think it was The Bachelorette. She ended up getting a guy. They ended up getting married. They were only married for, a kind of a short amount of time. They weren't married very long. But she ended up having to give him like $500,000 after the divorce, like alimony, and then like some money, per month or something, $10,000 or something like that per month. And so she shows up on, I guess, TK Kirkland's show, and this is the conversation that they have before the recording officially starts, but the cameras were rolling anyway. So I want y'all to hear this exchange that they have with one another. I thought it was real interesting, but here it is.
No, well, my exes might as well be my child. I pay alimony.
Oh, you got caught up, huh? So he got you.
Yeah.
He got you.
Good.
Yeah.
I don't know whether to be happy or...
I mean, happy because I got out of it.
No, happy for the nigga.
Oh, I'm so glad you didn't say that on
Shit,
the podcast.
he came up on $500,000.
Yeah, I'm happy for the nigga.
Why?
Because it's good sometimes for the man to win. See,
why?
But you see what I'm saying?
When he's fully capable, when he's an adult, older than me, fully capable of working, a licensed professional, but used the system to come up, took advantage of me. You okay with that?
No, just because it's you personally, no. But watch what I'm about to tell you.
Tell me.
Women been doing it to men since the beginning of time.
That doesn't make it right.
Oh, yes, the fuck it.
I don't agree with you taking advantage of the system because it's there.
No,
I don't agree with that.
Only
damn, we should have did this on the show.
Yeah, only because it's you. I'm concerned because we have a relationship now. So you got a kid?
No, well, my
shit now. Or if it was my daughter, I would be concerned. But the fact is, it's a system that's there to be taken advantage of.
So you should, because you can. Is that what you're saying?
If you, I'm at the point in life, however the cards play out for you, and the way you lay your head down on the pillow at night, you got to be happy. If that means he had to do what he had to do to get you, I'm sorry that he did that shit. Listen to me. I'm sorry, darling.
Say you're anti-child support. You gotta be anti-child support.
I'm sorry that happened to you. But I guarantee as you move forward through life, you'll never make that motherfucker decision
I never would. It's the most expensive mistake I made.
That's my point about the same stuff I was saying about life. No.
But that, I mean, we have to congratulate him.
No. As a G, salute that nigga.
Because he's not black, too.
He's a white man.
Oh, even better. Shit now.
Okay. This is a post that he made at the end or at some point after that exchange. He said, I met Rachel Lindsay a few weeks ago in Los Angeles on the Higher Learning podcast. She seemed like a real solid, down-to-earth person. Even though I joked a little bit about the situation, truly wish her the best. Dating and marriage is a risk we take, hoping for forever, but sometimes it don't play out like that. The news just broke. She finalized her divorce with Brian Abasolo, $500,000 cash, and he keeps the condo. That's heavy, but it's real life. Let this be a reminder. Over 50% of marriages end in divorce. It doesn't matter if you're rich, famous, or regular. You have to protect yourself. A prenup isn't unromantic. It's smart. For $1,000, you can save yourself a whole lot of pain later. Be champagne when it's good, but be smart before it's bad. Protect your heart and your pocket.
Or if it was my daughter.
Of course, the women in the comments didn't like it. So men hoard wealth in a way women don't. And it's weird when y'all ignore that fact. Okay. This is exactly why you don't marry down. Stop giving Dusties a chance. Who's making these guys popular? I love how they only question the system when it's not in their favor. And then someone said, I agree with TK. It's only a problem when it's done in return. Then it should be a problem in general. This is weak to me. It confirms men compete with women over dumb stuff and want to be exactly like us. We celebrate situations like Shannon Sharp because of the things he said about Black women, but I've never heard anything derogatory about Black men. So there were those people who did not like what TK was saying, and we understand the reasons why they didn't like it, because it's a woman that he's talking to, and women shouldn't have to pay for the divorce. And it's not the usual case. Well, first of all, it's not the usual case because typically the woman doesn't have a substantial amount more money than the man does. So that's one reason why we don't really see it. Men generally tend to earn more than women do. But even in cases where the woman earned more, like this woman right here, when Mary J. Blige got divorced and things of that nature, she was earning more money. And they end up having to pay. They take the same risk that wealthier men take when they marry women, and then it gets into a divorce and they have to pay the alimony and all of this sort of thing. And they having a problem with it when it is time for the women to pay for it. I personally do not agree with alimony the way in which it is set up for anybody, man or woman. I don't know why I have to pay you after we are divorced. And I've said this before, I've pointed this out before. Me being Muslim in Islam, it's not quite alimony, right? If you get divorced, the man is required to pay 3 months worth of a woman's maintenance. So however he was maintaining her within the marriage, that is the maintenance that he needs to keep up for 3 months, 90 days. Okay. This gives her an opportunity, especially for a lot of Muslim men, they don't be wanting their wives to work and stuff like that. So this should give her an opportunity to find some type of work or to find something to do with herself. That's the general rule. Okay, after the 90 days, if they did not reconcile their marriage and the marriage becomes final, then he is no longer financially responsible for her. If there are any children, the children should come to him because he remains financially responsible for them, no matter what happened to the marriage. So this alleviates the woman of having to figure out how to financially secure her and the children. She's supposed to give the children to the husband, let him be financially responsible, let him figure out who's going to do what with the kids and how, watching them and who gonna watch them while he work and all that kind of stuff, blah, 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 blah. So therefore, those financial responsibilities remain on the husband. The only one that he is not any longer responsible for is the woman that he divorced. And so that's pretty much more or less, except for a few exceptions here and there, that's pretty much the rule in Islam in terms of anything that we would even consider to be alimony at all. Okay. It's not to be paid until you get another husband. He's just not responsible. Y'all no longer have the marriage. So therefore, he is no longer responsible for your upkeep and your maintenance anymore. You're an adult. You have to figure it out. Okay. Whether that means you go get a job, go get another husband, whatever the case may be, it doesn't matter what you end up doing. He's just not responsible anymore for you specifically. So I'm always coming from that standpoint. That's why I'm saying I don't really like the concept of alimony to begin with, especially the way that it's carried out in this system in America. Is first of all, it's definitely biased in the favor of women. which goes hand in hand with the child support thing, how that's even split up because it's more common for the woman to keep the children no matter the age of the children. And so when we're talking to this lady here about, she's like, well, we ain't got to congratulate him, and then she said, oh, well, he's white, by the way, thinking that TK was going to feel some type of way. He's like, oh, no, that's even better. And I can't speak for TK and why he said that, but I'm going to say why I think it. Because you wanted a white man, right? Because white men treat you so much better, because white men do so much better. I don't know when black people, both men and the women, I don't know when we gonna figure out white people don't treat us better. They may treat us differently, but they don't treat us better. It's not better. When women go over to white men talking about they know how to treat a woman and they know how to provide for women and they let the women be in a feminine space, they be finding out real quick a lot of them times that it is not no joke going over there with Mr. Cartwright. Going over there with Mr. Cartwright, they have a whole lot of other isms and schisms that black people are not accustomed to, especially if we didn't grow up around them. If you weren't the type of black person that went to school with them, grew up around them, was in their neighborhoods, and have more of an understanding of them culturally, right? Not American culture, white culture. It's different. If you are not accustomed to them, and then you call yourself trying to date and marry white people, you be finding out real quick the different stuff that goes on under the surface, or more than what you think or the perception of who they are. They are very good at presenting a perception of them being honorable and kind and having integrity and having all these good qualities. That is a part of what they do. That's a part of their public image. But when you get with them, and this go for the men and the women, when you get with them, it be a different story. It's a different story. Because Mrs. Cartwright ain't really a whole lot different. She's just like her counterpart. She's just like her counterpart. And y'all can take that however y'all want to take that, but she just like her counterpart. And she get with these black men and they be learning, oh, wait, she treat me differently, but I don't know if she treat me better. It's just different. Yeah, she might be more easygoing. That's because she been dealing with Mr. Cartwright. She can't get rah-rah. So they're not accustomed to being rah-rah in your face. They're not accustomed to doing that. Culturally, they don't do that because Mr. Cartwright has been known to make them disappear. So they understand very clearly that the way in which they have to play the game, they gotta be more manipulative. They gotta be more like seemingly submissive and quiet. They have to. They gotta do a lot more finessing. A lot more finessing. I don't know when we gonna figure it out. And I don't speak a whole lot against it, like when I talk about interracial relationships, I'm not real big on just harping on snow bunnies and stuff, from certain perspectives. But that doesn't mean that I don't know who they are. So it always trips me out when we get black men and black women getting online talking about how much better Mr. Cartwright is and Mrs. Cartwright is. Did we forget who they were? Did we forget it? See, some of y'all forget. Some of y'all don't know who they are. But then you be finding out. And then that's why y'all be trying to cross back over, because you realize it's not sweet like you thought. It's not sweet like you thought. Even if those who deal with Mr. and Mrs. Cartwright don't want to deal with black people. Let's say you're a black man, you don't deal with black women no more. Not Mrs. Cartwright ain't the answer. I suggest you find somebody else. Get somebody else to do it. Same go with the black women. Same go with the black women. Y'all be running around here trying to divest and all that foolishness, talking about what a white man gonna do, and they be getting you up out of here. because that's what they do. See, you don't know that. Y'all, you don't know that. They'll get you out of here. They'll get you out of here real quiet, and they won't get caught. They won't get caught. Nobody will make them pay. They get you out of here and go about their business. Get you gone, you'll be missing. Nobody will know where you was at. He'll be the last person seen you alive. They gonna question him a little bit in that little interrogation room. He gonna act like he don't know nothing, and they gonna send him on about his business, send him about his way, tell him, you know, have a good day, sir, and they gonna let him go. He gonna be free to go. Be running around here with these white men thinking these white men ain't gonna do this and ain't gonna do that. They run the game on you. They make the system is for them. So of course they gonna run game. Halle Berry's ex-husbands ran game. They getting paid and all kind of stuff. Here you want to feel sorry because it's the women be paying. Like, I get exactly what TK talking about. I get what he's talking about. Ain't nobody gonna sit here and be like, oh, he shouldn't have ran game on you like that, when women be running game all the time. Like, women run game all the time, and they be high-fiving each other, and they be congratulating each other. Yeah, girl, get the bag, blah, 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 blah. And men see that. They know it's jacked up, but we just gonna keep the same energy. We just gonna keep the same energy. That's all TK is doing, is keeping the same energy. That's all he's doing. And she didn't like it. She was a good sport about the conversation. She didn't get overly upset, but you could tell she didn't really like it either. But anyway, jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, is the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.